I'm here at Uzhgorod in western Ukraine, and this is really about as far west as you can get in Ukraine. About 3 miles to the right of me in the west is the border with Slovakia, and Košice is not far beyond that. I've just arrived on board a Russian-built Yak-40 with Motorsic Airlines into Uzhgorod Airport, and the only way out of here now is to take the train, because the next flight doesn't leave until 5 days' time on Friday. The only option really is to get a taxi or a bus across to Košice in Slovakia and get a flight home from there, or I can take the train from here in Uzhgorod up to Lviv, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to be taking a sleeper train with Ukrainian Railways to Lviv, where I'll be able to connect onwards from there. Really looking forward to this, seeing what sleeper trains are like in this part of the world. It's a completely new experience for me, at least. I've obviously done them in the UK and over in the States as well, but this is going to be a new experience trying out a sleeper train in Ukraine. So what will it be like? Well, let's head inside to the station and find out as we head up to Lviv. Uzhgorod station was rebuilt in 2004 but still retains its charm despite being a modern building. There isn't much in the way of facilities here, just a large waiting room and a bar that was closed. There are local shops and restaurants across the road though, where I was able to get a large pizza and 2 beers for less than £4. The station serves trains to stations across the Transcarpathian region, as well as long distance trains to Kiev, Odessa, Kharkiv, Simferopol and Moscow, as well as of course Lviv. As I waited for my train, it soon got dark outside and the station emptied out ahead of the 2 night trains heading for Kiev and Lviv. So train's due in about 20 minutes or so. It's just popped up on the departure screen. I think it's going from this platform here. I think this is platform 1, but there's no signs up anywhere. There's no other trains around anyway, so hopefully the only train that comes in will be the one that it is. Alright, train is on its way in. See, just white light is just over there. Yay! Need sleep. Don't know whether I'm going to get any though. As the train pulled in, I found my coach and showed my e-tickets to the car attendant, or provodnitsa. I boarded the train and headed down the corridor, where I was eventually able to get into my room once this lady had moved out of the way. I think that's locked. Okay, well, here then on the Ukrainian sleeper train, and I've gone for a compartment with 4 beds in it. There's 2 up there and 2 down here. And to do that, I've had to buy 4 tickets, 1 for each seat, and they only cost around about £6 each, or about $7 or $8 each. So in total, it's cost me about £24, and that way you make sure you get a private compartment. Otherwise, you only buy 1 seat, and then other people come and join you, and I'm not really a fan of that. Right, so unpacked and just going to have a little look around this room just before we pull out of the station. We're here for about 20 minutes, so a little bit of time just to show you through the room. The beds aren't made up already, you have to make them yourself. Not really an issue. Up here we have... Hello. I thought the door was locked, it's not. They just dropped this into the room, I don't know what it is. Oh, towels. Okay, I have towels. I presume there's a bathroom somewhere on board then. Up here we have a little storage space. Looks like there's duvets and blankets and things, coat hangers. I need to figure out how this door locks just here. I really don't know. I don't want random people coming into my room in the night. Light switches here. Don't know what they do. Doesn't seem to do anything at the moment. Figure that one out in a bit. There is luggage storage up here. The whole thing feels like an old lady's living room, to be honest. Look at the curtains. Lovely pink curtains. Amazing. Tablecloth on the table just here. And the rugs on the floor. Look at this. Very cool. Very retro. Not cool at all, but very retro. We have a light up here. Zoom, judging by the thing there, it's either volume or it's potentially air conditioning. I don't know. I'll check the translation for that in a little while. Another light up there, which you can flick on. Doesn't do anything. Great. Like most of the things in here, doesn't seem to do anything. More storage up there, and random handle placed above the door. I need to work out this contraption and figure out how I lock this door. Well, to be honest, for the amount I've paid for this, £24 for this, it's about the standard rate of a hotel here in Ukraine anyway. Right, this is actually sheet for the bed and the towel, although it's only a bottom sheet, I think. Potentially a top sheet as well. I want a pillowcase as well for the pillow. One other thing, there is no power anywhere in this compartment that I can see, so bring a battery pack with you is my solution to that. We soon pulled out of the station, right on time. Right, so on the move, we are moving. I've just had a cup of tea brought to me in the most elaborate cup I think I've ever seen. This look, brilliant. It's still red hot in here. I need to figure out a way to get it colder because it is really hot, but let's see how much sleep we get tonight. I'm not overly optimistic, to be completely honest. It is red hot and the door is locked, but the cabin attendant seems to be able to just open it at will. So yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea and head to bed, I think. I woke up with my alarm at 5:30 AM after getting around 5 hours sleep. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Coffee, please.
Coffee?
Yes, please. Thank you. The provodnica was lovely, and despite the language barrier, felt like my gran looking after me. Okay, thank you. In one of the strangest coffee services I've had, she brought a couple of different filter coffees and asked which I'd like. This coffee service seemed to have got a little bit lost in translation as I was brought back a pack of instant coffee and some hot water. Right, so it is now 5:30 in the morning. I've just woken up. I've got about 5 hours sleep. We're still a little bit out of Lviv yet. We'll be arriving in about half an hour. This train is so slow. We've spent the night snaking up from Uzhgorod towards Lviv. It's a distance of about 120 miles, but actually
It's taken 6 hours to do 120 miles, which means that our average speed was like 20 miles per hour. It's a really slow train, but still it's pretty comfortable. If you can get past the kind of chintzy retro feel to the rooms and the little quirks of the Ukrainian rail system, it's actually quite a comfortable way to ride.
As we got closer to Lviv, the sky started to get brighter and we cruised through the suburbs towards the grand station of Lviv. I booked my tickets for today's ride on the Ukrainian Railways website, which is pretty easy to use. Tickets go on sale 45 days out, and you really do have to be quick and book them as soon as they go on sale, as they sell out within a couple of days of going on sale. Here then in Lviv. Wow, that was a pretty cool experience, wasn't it? All in all, this was a pretty cool ride across Ukraine. Taking trains in this part of the world is a great way to get immersed in the local way of life. I was pretty surprised that every single train on the night I travelled was bang on time, right down to the minute. The rail service here does seem to be incredibly efficient. And so right on time, 5:58 in the morning, bang on schedule actually, we're here at Lviv. Brilliant ride up on the train from Uzhgorod overnight. It was a really cool sleeper train, very random, very different experience to what I'm used to, but it was still good all the same. Really hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know what you think to this sort of sleeper train. Do you want me to see more of these random sleeper train journeys from around the world? Because I don't mind doing them. They're really good fun actually. Let me know down in the comments section below. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time here on In Flight Video.